Hey, on this episode of Drive Hard, I'm just going to be talking about how I am preparing for the road trip I am about to take. Let's watch. We are going to talk about getting ready for a big-ass road trip. I am leaving next Sunday, and I'm not telling you where I'm going. I will tell you that I am either taking Interstate 90, 80, 70, 40, or 10. I'm calling this trip the West of the Spine Tour because I'll show you. Because this is where I'm going. Somewhere west of this spine. I've got 13 days. I'm going to be traveling about 3,500 miles over those 13 days. Most of it's going to be driving. I'll be staying with a friend, moving on, staying with another friend, moving on, heading out there, staying at truck stops, coming back, staying at truck stops, somewhere out here. Maybe you can figure out where I'm going. It's going to be fun, though. What's going to happen on this trip is okay, first of all, I just needed to get out of town, out of state, out of the Midwest. I haven't been anywhere in a long time, since January 2020, ending a trip then, and that's the last time I've traveled, other than going to Put-in-Bay Island. I just need to go. Thinking about it, since the age of getting my driver's license, not 1 year has gone by that I have not gone on a really big, long road trip. So I'm so ready to get out on the road. I have a packing list, and it's real basic. Because again, I'm just mainly driving. I'm just touring. This is a huge cruise. Spending 4 days in one place, 2 in another, but the rest of the 13, it's go, 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 go. One huge thing. This trip is going to provide a huge milestone achievement for myself. And if you're a fellow road tripper, you would also agree that this is a big deal. And I'm not going to say what it is, because I kind of want to reveal it while I'm out on the road and just kind of make a thing about it. But yeah, I'm very excited to be heading out. As far as working on my van, I've really tried to do it all on my own. I've really had to depend on family and friends because of my spine issues. I just really want to tackle this project by myself, and that's why it's taking so long. If I were in better physical shape structurally, I would have gotten done already. But I'm having a really good time being able to do this stuff. The things that I'm doing right now would have crippled me just last year, and I'm just really happy that I'm able to do this sort of thing independently. So what am I doing? I'm working with power tools, and that is always fun. Oh my God, it's so good to be able to work with power tools that run on batteries. So I've got the circular saw, I've got my jigsaw, I've got my drill, and basically made paper patterns for some of the tricky spots in the van, and then made my panel cuts. And I believe all my panel cuts are working. I've checked things as I go, fit pieces into place, make adjustments. I make a lot of extra cuts because I haven't done this sort of thing in a very long time, so I have been making some mistakes. One bad thing I figured out about the riv nuts is I put them in and then I added a screw so I could mark it properly on a pattern. Then I went to unscrew it, and then that riv nut just started to spin. So that's a little disappointing. It appears that once I put those bolts in, they just aren't going to come back out probably. So that makes it a little more of a permanent thing that I wanted it to be. I've said in the past I really want all my van improvements to be able to be removed easy for resale purposes. But everything's going along. I have found that all the things I have learned to do in my life, they all come in handy when I start working on projects like this. Various points, my sewing capabilities, framing, light building, leather work, all these things that I've done have come into play for this ceiling build, and I'm pretty darn happy about that. As far as the interior work goes, it's kind of nice having the van to stand up in. It's like a mobile shed. When I spray glue, I'm hanging up sheets to catch the overspray so nothing else in the van gets sticky. Another thing that I'm pretty excited about as far as this trip is concerned is bringing along my dog Maui. I took him to the annual cattle dog camp out and picnic last week down near Columbus at Elm Creek Park, and he was such a good boy. Such a good boy. He was very friendly to the other dogs. Anybody who greeted him, he was a friend to them. It was just really nice seeing him socialize so well. And part of the fun on this trip is that he's going to meet some of my friends out. So he's going to meet some other dogs of my friends. Shit, I said fuck. My general packing list, it's camera gear, warm clothes because I will be up in the mountains, cool clothes because it's going to get hot sometime. And that this stuff also includes stuff like rain gear. I've got an umbrella, a rain jacket. You know, I'm bringing some of my podcast gear, charging stuff, sunglasses, toiletries, tarp, Topo Chico for my cooler, fire starter stuff, bringing some firewood. You know, it's anything that I would take camping is pretty much what's going on this trip. I'm also bringing a book. The food I'm bringing, like I mentioned earlier, just clearing out the pantry, taking all my extra cans of soup, things that I don't necessarily want to grab here at home for dinner, but I'm happy to warm it up in my Jetboil while I'm traveling. And of course, dog gear. For dog gear, I've got a harness for him to ride in the front seat. I've got his dog crate in case something were to happen, extra leashes, extra collars. I've got a leash and collar that glow in the dark, and of course dog food, water bowl, food bowl. I've got a first aid kit that I keep in the van for me or him, and of course my Atlas rides next to me in the side door. But really my packing is pretty darn simple, not a whole lot. I'm taking a week's worth of clothes. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, and I'm bringing some detergent and stuff like that to go to a laundromat. And that's it for my packing list. Hey, come check me out on TikTok. I've started a little channel there. It's Drive Hard Podcast. Just give a search and you'll find me. Some good stuff going on over there. Live drops while I'm traveling.